back on the sacred mission, for the sacred mission. So we're gonna keep going. Depending on the areas and climate, currents of conductions are different. They are eminently variable. Eminently variable according to the rhythms of seasons, to the day and even to the hours of the day. They are affected by the phases of the moon, by much state of emission and eruption from the sun, by the stars, and possibly other meteorological conditions, by the requirement of the earth, its equilibrium. One can so that would make sense why we have tornadoes and so much hurricanes, because we liberate such a negative energy that the earth has to balance itself. So we see more and more, because we're more and more in darkness. But maybe anyway, that's what I think. One can conceive that all living beings must adapt to these conditions, evidently variable. One must satisfy the rules associated to its tributary associations. I can speak to you very freely of the sacred mission now that is known to you. Understand that it is the definite object reason of my writing, since it is the base of my exposed theory, and consequently the law that I want you to discover, as I did previously. So many tangible manifestations come from this law. It illustrates so many mysterious suppositions, and so many things can be learned from its understanding. I would say from its overstanding, better than understanding. Even if I talk about only the essentials, I will have the joy and happiness of sending you numerous letters. Some will have to do with the accomplishment requirements of the vegetable world. There will be my first letters. They will permit you to better adapt to the mechanics. After your having been broken in, I will write to you more often. Therefore, you will participate often in the mysteries and the joys of the sacred mission, of animals and men on which their health depends. Why did I use this supposedly illogical order? Because of fear, for one thing. If I concentrate my letters on men and the effect of the sacred mission on them, you may not continue reading the letters that would illustrate vividly its action. This would make me rather sorry besides. The order came to me quite naturally as I pondered and made my reflection and observations. The sacred mission of plants brought me naturally to that of animals, and then to that of man. If I reverse the order, you would be deprived of the joy of following the natural course of thought. Why should this order not please you? Anyway, either you are a compatriot like me, and my future letter will permit you to study your field, your trees, your vines, your crops, and I am sure you will be interested. I have a sacred mission to switch things. And I got it. On the other end, you may be a philosopher, biologist, agronomist, engineer, or belonging to some type of scientific discipline. In this case, even though you risk considering my language too naive, too childish to consider such a subject, you will nevertheless be touched by a wave of scientific matter that you will like. Alternatively, you are not in one of those professions. Even then, you will appreciate it more. Love it more because of being conscious of the sacred mission. And you will appreciate love the graciousness of your flowers, their colors, their perfumes. Yeah. That's what I said. I'm more appreciative of everything. No, this book is a great insight, magnificent insight in this. I've changed some stuff, but the core of the thing is amazing. Seventh letter. Where I confide my thought to you, for what reason the leaves are pointed, and by which phenomena the sap rises within the plants. What are these points which nature has endowed mostly to the vegetable kingdom, so that the sacred mission may be accomplished? Well, they are just simply the leaves, the hairs, the thorns, the pines, the little terminal buds on vegetation, and certain elements of their bark, flowers, fruits. Now you know the reason why nature made points on leaves, and on some of them a very great number. Without these points there is no life. Certainly I do not underestimate the capital role of the chlorophyll function, but I am certain that if the leaves did not tap the electricity currents of conduction, they would not be capable of this chlorophyll function because of the lack of vitality due to the lack of electricity. You will notice nevertheless that these points are more or less numerous or sharp, depending on how they have to play their role in this great game of nature. This right to life, this right to life, this right to life, this right to life that the plant gets by accomplishing its duty. Ha! Boom! Ha! In regard to the sacred mission, manifests itself by the ascent of the sap. You probably have the same thing happening within you. The ascending of that spinal liquid, or something to come and enlighten you and give you vitality. I'm starting to make sense of why I'm so vital and energetic. And I have verified that plant life is precisely due to this ascent, which has never, to my knowledge, received any plausible explanations. That's a great book. Thanks, give thanks to Cindy. Cindy referred me that book. It is due to the passage of electric currents between the earth and the cosmos, and vice versa, cosmos to earth, through the bodies of plants accomplishing their sacred mission, thereby having a right to life. How did I ever reach and verify such a hypothesis? Well, it was thought a long, cautious, derooting road whereby I conducted certain experiments to assure myself that this law conforms to the natural order. Let us together, if you care, travel this tortuous road. If you prefer to let me go on my own, you can take a shortcut and we will meet at the first crossroad. At the first crossroad in my next letter. Maybe there'll be less bees in the water. There's a bit of bees around there. Must be my mango. My mango is probably attracting them too. Certainly the mango is attracting them. Starting to have I'm gonna go for water break. Yeah, so that's it. Did you ever notice on certain days, with a little apprehension, inside your barn or farmhouse, water creeping up the foundation, sitting in humid soils? I noticed that phenomena several times myself. Yeah, I've noticed that too. I'll be back.